I thought you were telling me to press it.
No,
I thought you were telling me to press it.
Never mind. Never.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
Well, we got anyway. Good morning, everybody. Excuse me. This is Grown Women Gaming, Volume 305, and I just want to welcome you guys to our show this morning. Shout out to Delilah and CHAREECE. They are not here today. They got some big girl business. So shout out to y'all if y'all seeing us on the screen right now. And we're just gonna keep it moving. LBOOGIE, since you're here.
Just me and you, right?
Yeah, just me and you. Tell the people what have you been playing this week?
I've actually been playing a couple of different things. So mainly what I've been playing is this new gacha game, which I guess is called like ZZZ. I can't remember what the full name of it is. I was trying to see if CHAREECE and them talked about it in the chat. But anyways, it's like what's that one she likes to play? On PS5. Genshin? Yeah, it's like Genshin and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But I like this one better than the last one, the Honkai Star Railroad one, because this one, you're actually like hitting the buttons for the combat. Mm-hmm. Like, even though it's like more mash, you still have to like switch your characters in and out to build combos and stuff. And the last time it was more like you selected, it was more turn-based, right? And this feels more like real combat happening. So I actually don't mind this one. And I've been playing it on the mobile because again, I'm starting to want to be able to go veg out on the couch and play or listen to my audiobooks and play. Mm-hmm. So I like to have the handheld. I got my new OLED Stream Deck. I haven't set up for it to be able to play Diablo and stuff, but I have it set up to be able to basically be a PlayStation, what is that, Portal thing? Mm-hmm. Essentially behave like that, where I'm able to stream from the Xbox. My Xbox has to be on, but I'm able to stream from the Xbox to the Steam Deck. Yeah, so that, and then, so I played a little bit of Starfield, which I think I'm close to the end. I touched a little bit of PGA golf last night.
Oh my God, I told you, didn't I?
I don't know. I even talked to my dad, because like I've always played golf with my dad, and he was like, I don't know what's happening with golf games. Because he said he bought 2K23, the golf, and he said it was horrible.
Oh, really?
The EA PGA Tour, which has always been like the standard for golf, it's almost like I feel like they've outgrown their engine or something, because it seems like the grass look good, the shots look good, but the people look horrible, and the animations of like them doing their shots look horrible.
It's dated. It's
dated.
Yeah.
I feel like you have less control of the way the faces look, because before, for a while, lady, it was almost like The Sims when you go in and be able to change like all those features. But now it's like you got like 4 sets of what you can look like. Yeah, it don't look good. It looks pretty damn bad. But yeah. And then you see where I'm playing Elden Ring with Lady and X-Buzz. Yeah. And this was us going around doing bosses. So there's going to be lots of death in here. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. What you been playing?
What about Call of Duty last night?
Oh yeah, because it was trash. I mean, we did it. Yeah, I don't know. It was like horrible last night. I don't know what was going on. Maybe it's because it's Friday and
it was Friday. It was rusty. We
hadn't played in a while.
In my case, like multiplayer, I have not been playing multiplayer. I've been playing more Warzone. I'm just trying to get better at it and have more confidence,
Yeah.
Playing Warzone.
I'm down to play, we talked about it last night. I'm down to download 2042 and see if that's gotten any better. Because we kind of like played Division for a minute, and then it was just like, I don't know if it's because it's not any new content, you know what I mean? So.
Well, it's all new to me. Because I gotta really get back on the Division, because I bought the DLCs and shit. So.
Oh, see, I think I had done them. I think I've done them.
So I'm like, after you kill the main boss, and then now you got to find the real rogue agents in the cities and shit. That's what I'm doing right now in the division. So,
but we got some things coming down the pipe. Like, Flintlock is going to be, I think, next week.
Yeah.
And that's on Game Pass, so we'll have stuff coming. I don't know. I always need a shooter to fall back on.
I know, because...
Right?
I don't know, because the conversation... Look, let me tell y'all. When we played... I didn't want to cut you off or anything. That's all you played? Okay. Yeah. We were playing Call of Duty last night, and it was... And mind you, I was streaming. It was like one of the most toxic lobbies.
Yeah. I totally forgot about that shit.
You totally forgot about it? Because I
posted about it and shit, but it was just like, yeah.
Oh, you posted it?
Yeah, you didn't see that? Because I tweeted at Call of Duty because I'm like, how the fuck did this even get through your system that's supposed to be ensuring that this type of shit isn't on, right?
Yeah.
Like the dude's name was Nigger Hunter.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
It was bad. I'll lose a game on some bullshit, but that was like losing that game on that type of bullshit was like, it was.
Because it just took everybody out, right? Like I felt like we had like a good momentum, and then he was like there, and just seeing his name was like nothing, right? But then like he was like talking the whole time.
He was talking, like, and being like rude and talking about women, and it was just.
It's like, when you like going through the city and there's that guy that has the like Jesus sign and he's like saying all kind of like crazy shit. Mm-hmm. Like that was him last night, but basically talking like racist theories. It was wild. You was just, because you were like almost intrigued because you were just like, what are we doing here? Like you just get on Call of Duty and spit your good word all night?
It was look. The racism in Call of Duty is levels to this shit, right?
Yeah.
And that type of level last night had me so hot at the end of the game.
Yeah, I think I would have been like less phased if it was someone that was just like saying the N-word. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like that is like, and it's sad, but that is like the go-to, mm-hmm. right? That's what we hear. And I think that we probably like are less phased by that, but to really just be like putting out all these like false things, like how like he was, just for people's reference, he would be like, all the black people are, they derive from monkeys, and what do you think Shaniqua is derived from? A chimpanzee or what? And you're just like, like, am I alive right now? Is this? Yeah, this is what we're doing.
It was so bad that LBOOGIE told me last night, "Oh, you want to get spicy, lady?" I was like, now mind you, it's always in situations like this, it's always the other way around. I'm always enticing her to be spicy. Come on, girl, let's be spicy. Because at the end of the day, it's only so much you can take of somebody calling you that while you spending money on this game and you don't say nothing back. You know what I'm saying? So for her to tell me I was spicy, you wanted to go spicy mode? I was like, I couldn't do it. It was just
and to be honest with everybody who's listening, I did go over to game chat and I was just like, dude, like, shut the fuck up. Like, nobody wants to hear your bullshit. Like, you sound bitter, right? Shut the fuck up. Nobody gives a shit.
Well, like, shout out to the random who had the flat back.
Then after I said that, this dude went in on him.
Oh my God! You know what? I can probably find him. And I'm like, because this gentleman was saying racial slurs in the group, in the game chat, and this man went back on him and called him everything but the book. I was like, oh my God. You know what I mean? So it felt a little good that, there was people recognizing that hate and trying to fight back on it.
Right.
But it's still kind of sad that it existed. So.
Yeah. It was even like some funny parts because it was like, oh, you mad, because we got our black jobs, like, so it's like, yeah.
So Warzone, I don't know. I like Warzone.
Did you talk about? You haven't talked about First Descendant either, or is that going to be a topic?
It's the topic. I'm a segue there. Warzone is good, but I'm leaning more like as far as Call of Duty. I'm leaning more for a more casual game player because y'all super cheating out here. Y'all cheating in the World Series of Call of Duty. They had a competition earlier this week and they cheating. I'm like, ugh. You know what? I'm leaning more to casual now, more than ever. The game that been consuming my soul. Oh no! Before I talk about that, I did play some Shaolin versus Wu-Tang 2, which is a fighting game inspired by old school karate flicks, Japanese theme movies. They don't have the characters, but they have the fighting styles. So you'll have Ip Man, you got Chuck Norris, you got Bruce Lee. And they have different fighting styles, and it's from the first one, and it looks better than the first one. It's an improvement of something that they already had that was well, you know. So I played a little bit of that. I played a little bit of the thing that had been taking over my life the last 2 weeks is Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. I think out of all the DLCs I played in this type of game, this game, Shadow of the Erdtree is the hardest for me because it's sometimes you can be prepared and you will get your ass whooped. I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell the folks that's playing Elden Ring as well. Don't let nobody tell you how to play your game. Just because they don't want to use mimics, just because they don't want to summon people, doesn't mean that how you play your game is like the bad way to play a game. Because I see a lot of people talking shit online about how you should play this game, and it's about the money. It's about the money you spent on this game. So whatever the hell you want to play it. I explored the I think the last boss area before I get to the last boss. Mm-hmm. Girl, I got lost.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I hit a wrong turn and I felt like I was going in circles. I didn't know where to go. But I'm enjoying it. I hear the music while I'm making lattes at the job. That's how good the game is. What else did I play? I did say that the First Descendant. Yeah, I did play that. I played a little bit of that last week, like a couple of hours. And it was all right. But what makes or break that game for me is you got to play with people. You got to play with a few folks, because I don't recommend playing the Descendant on your own, because there's going to be certain situations that you're going to need multiple people, and sometimes the randoms just be doing their own thing. You know what I mean? And they're not gonna worry about you. They're not gonna worry about you and what your problem is. So they really gonna have to like find a better way to like link up with solo people that playing by themselves and want to experience the game, but they ain't got no people to run with, you know. And that's all.
Yeah, it's like. Well, are we segueing into the topic?
Yes. On the first topic, that since we talking about the First Descendant, we're gonna talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. A lot of people say it feels more like Destiny grindiness, you know, and I know that Delilah for sure was playing it. So yeah. I would have loved to hear her input on her experience, because her experience is probably longer than all of ours. Right. But for me, I played like a couple of hours, maybe 3 hours, maybe, and it was nice. I understand that it's very much Destiny. I like the open worldness of it. I like the hub. You know, when you load into as soon as they like load you in the hub and you saw everybody else doing their thing, you knew that was Destiny, because you know.
I don't like how everybody basically looks the fucking same.
Oh, because you got to grind for your characters. Either you pay for them.
Like, it's still like the same people. You know what I mean?
Because you get 3 people in the beginning, right? And then you buy the packs to get the character, or you got to grind through the story to get the missions. So, for example,
I was getting the same character with a different skin. Is what I'm saying. Like, it's the same people. Like, it's not like because you're going to be compared to Destiny. it definitely felt like a Destiny ripoff, but without all the growth that Destiny has been able to do. Even from like base Destiny, I feel like this is lacking from base Destiny. Mm-hmm. And then when you have those similarities, people are going to automatically, compare the gunplay, which Destiny and what is it called? And Halo are like the only games that have like that superior gunplay, And for me, when you're telling me, okay, I'm a new shooter on the block, how are you not going to have the shooting right? So you're going to turn me off. So I was turned off because I'm like, okay, this feels grindy like Destiny without all the perks that Destiny has as far as customization, story, right? Things like that.
I'll be honest with you. I couldn't even tell you what the story was. I know it's some shit going down.
Yeah,
it's some shit going down.
Yeah, I would agree. Back in the day, it's more Warframe, but then I feel like Warframe would probably still have a leg up, right, from this game. So I don't know. Like, we want to see new games, we want to see new IPs, but I don't get why they're continuously rushing these games out. Is definitely how it feels to me.
The thing is, Destiny, one of the best things about Destiny was the fashion. Even though there was only 3 classes, right?
Right, but everybody could look different.
Everybody had different emotes. Everybody had different shaders. Everybody, like, I'm telling you, the duration of my time with Destiny was going to that shop and getting that new shimmer, that new shimmery, set. You know what I'm saying? And that type of thing. I enjoyed that about Destiny, one of the qualities. And for them to not be so versed as far as like having your player look like, and it's just, I'm like, I don't want to look like 15 basic bunnies when we go to the hub. You feel me? Because I think right now it's the basic bunny. The basic bunny is like the hotness, I guess, because she's the prettiest, or she got big ass titties. I don't know, but word on the street is that she is the one everybody likes, the most popular one that you can either grind.
She has one of those like skin suits, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, y'all just don't get pussy, right? That has to be what it is.
No, I think they do. I just think it's just aesthetically pleasing. I think they do get pussy. I just think most don't. But
more females than males, so yeah, by that logic, I'm sure somebody's getting some. But Lord Jesus, dude, like, come
on. So to get like any like new character, it's gonna cost you money. And the thing about microtransactions in me, I gotta either how much is it and what I get, and the game. Will it? Because if I buy microtransactions, you better know that I'm gonna play the game that I bought the microtransactions at. Yeah. Is it worth the $60 price tag for like the good bundle on the game? Now I ain't gonna knock it. People been buying that, and that's fine. That's their business. That's their pockets. I just know that being a free-to-play game, I need to know I got to be committed to it, because there's a few games that are free-to-play that I really think that were great, but I ain't really been committed to it. You know what I'm saying? So, if I do like play the first Descendant in like the future, I got to play with some folks. I have to, because if I don't, it's fun for like the first like 45 minutes when you play, but after, when you need more people with you, and it starts getting like more difficult as the missions get harder, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to open up those worlds, and some of those missions you cannot do it by yourself. And I'm like, God damn, how am I gonna do this with nobody? So if y'all trying to play the first Descendant, it's not uninstalled, so it's still there, so y'all can play. I'm down to play. I mean, I'll give it a college try, because it's free to play. You know what I mean? Why you look like that? So if you telling me you muted, but I can tell you by your face.
Sorry, I had to mute myself for the dog, but don't come ask me to play.
Oh, that's fair. See,
one thing, it's only 3 people, which I'm tired
really?
of that shit.
I didn't know that.
You can only do 3 people at a time, like just like how Destiny is. Like I'm tired of that. Like I don't know who keeps telling y'all we want to do that, but we've been raised from the beginning playing games with 4 people. Stop making it 3 people now. I don't know.
We did discuss that.
Yeah.
We did. So, damn. Well, I know I can ask Delilah. I know she's gonna play. Because if I don't know what's her her thoughts on it, but I do know she played it a lot. So she had to like it. I'll
get on Halo before that game with you.
Ooh.
Just free to play. You know? Like I'd rather do that before First Descendants. Like, why?
Ooh, okay. I want to throw another game in the mix. Because me and you, LBOOGIE. This is just like a small side thing. You know, me and you, we were trying to play Concord last night.
Yeah.
Oh no, this week we was like, hey, you want to go play Friday? Yeah, sure, no problem. You know. So they have the closed early access thing this weekend. It came out yesterday, and they got the open betas next week, I think. But yeah, I think it's next week. We based on the trailers, for me, I was intrigued, but you know how word fly by when it comes to games as soon as they have early access to it, and there are mixed feelings about this game. My question is, one, based on what you saw, and because you saw as far as gameplay and basically what you see out here in these streets, as well as your friends that tried to play it, what do you think about how successful Concord would be? You think it's going to be successful? You think they're going to work and fix out the kinks?
I think it's kind of like what we were talking about just a minute ago, right? Like, I feel like you can't come out this mid and then ask people for money, right? So, like, I feel like that game has had a lot of issues already just with the beta. Hopefully when the real game comes out, there's less issues, but because now I already know there's issues with the beta, right? You telling me you want me to pay $40 and hope that the game is better. And then even if it's better, is it going to be much better to be worth $40?
Okay.
I mean, that's how I see it, you know? Like, if I'm already seeing issues with gameplay and issues with the shooting mechanics, things like that, which you're a shooter, and now I have to give you $40 and hope that you fix those issues.
You can get it on Steam and get a refund if you don't like it.
Yeah.
But then who wants to go to that trouble?
Right. Like, I rather... It's like you guys aren't going to be successful doing that. I don't understand. Yeah. I'm assuming they're putting these things out because they feel like, you know, they have spent too much time on the game and they need to get it out, right? But it's like, no. I'm not going to invest in that.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see none of my homies playing. That's really the
yeah. Like that's really my close friends anyway. So you know, none of you guys are playing. And
I'm like, y'all not. The inner circle ain't playing. The outer circle outside of that circle ain't playing. Ain't nobody came up to me and said nothing about let's go play Concord on a Friday night. Early access, you know, it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? That's the main drawback for me. You gotta, if I hear my friends whisper about a game that I'm interested or they are interested in, I'm more in, you know, it's more enticing for me to go, you know, get that said game. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. The Division 2. I got the game, but I haven't played the game in a while. But my friends are like, yeah, they did some really good updates. And oh, how long you played? Oh, you didn't play that much? Oh man, they got a lot of shit for you. You should go ahead and DLC is cheap. It's $8 with Game Pass. Go get it. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. That what influenced me for me to get the games that I'm gonna get. So if my homies is not telling me, hey, this Concord might be a little heat, I would be more, inclined to see what if it say not heat, Worst case. Oh, you mute it.
I was gonna say, even if you look at like most of the people that we saw, like even like Paris was like, the game is okay. Like I don't want to hear that the game is okay, especially when you're asking me to put money to play the game. You know what I mean? Like I need the game to be reviewed better than the game is okay.
Okay.
And maybe I'm spoiled because is it on Game Pass?
No, it's not.
No, but
okay.
But like if it's not on Game Pass, you're less inclined to take that leap, right? Like the beautiful thing about Game Pass is that I can try all these games and I don't feel some type of way about it. If it's on Game Pass and I like it, you're like whatever.
So
we got Jax82 in the chat. Concord is not ready for prime time. And they canceled factions over this. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I don't know. The trailer was great, right? But I was already sus. Remember when we watched the trailer, I was like,
yeah.
Yeah. And they said that the gameplay looks worse now than it did on the what's the name. But I know how game development is. I know that this beta is like, they've made this beta from and it's not going to look like, how the vertical slice looked and stuff like that. But you can't show people one thing and then give them something else and not expect them to complain.
Especially in this economy.
Right?
Especially.
$40, that's like almost a full tank.
Well, almost
out here.
Not girl, I know I ain't got no car. I ain't got no car, but I know that's not a full tank by a long shot. So, while I was getting ready to like set up the show and the stream for today, I did a little bit of research and I was like, if I'm going to talk about Concord, I need to at least get some data. So I looked at the PC, player count for Concord. It was under 1,000, maybe. I want to guess maybe
it was like 800 last night, right? Like
800 last night. And this morning was like 5 and some change. And then I was watching this streamer. I don't know I think his name is Legion. Don't quote me down that. But I went on Twitch and I was looking up, Concord, the game, people, playing
right
the game. And I saw him, and while I'm doing the stream and stuff, I noticed that, they seem very excited about the game, and they were giving out codes and, very excited about the game. But then I get my homie JD, shout outs to JD, that when I asked a sincere question about the game, who he plays it and he tells me it's trash, and he's telling me he's playing it. So, and he does have no filter at all.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes having no filter on something that you don't agree with might. So, and I put a poll up yesterday on Twitter, because we're talking about, is this worth is it $10 just to try? Right. I don't have like PlayStation Plus on auto renewal. I don't have that. So if there's a game that I'm intrigued that I want to play, I'll get the 10, and you got it. I told you, case by case basis.
Right.
I put a poll up yesterday saying, is Concord worth the $10 minimum, I think, to play online with your homies renewal just to try it out?
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, no. So the homie said that like the finals X-Defiant and the First Ascendant are having more love than Concord right now. And
yeah, I think too, because it seems like it's like a another Overwatch.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just like it seems like everyone has such a hard time, right? With trying to do another Overwatch.
But that's the thing. We can't do Overwatch. We can't.
Right. That's how I feel.
Overwatch.
Stop trying to do it.
And they want that Overwatch money. But
yeah,
the thing
that's what it is.
They want that Overwatch money. But I'm gonna tell you right now, not with the vibes I was getting last night. But you know how it is. You know how it is. All right, let's go to our next topic. It's a surprise for me. Power World, the one we played earlier this year. The cute Pokemons. They're actually expanding, which is based on the Sony Music Group website. They're not giving too many details, but they started with licensing for merchandise and other projects down the road, and I wanted to talk to the chat as well as LBOOGIE of how they feel about that. Would you go back if they fix some of the issues that they got? How you feel about them expanding to actual physical items, and what that says about this game? LBOOGIE.
I think it's weird that they're already trying to like merchandise, right?
Yeah.
Also didn't realize that they were owned by Sony, because it was a huge game on Xbox first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is kind of odd, I guess. But my biggest qualm with Power World was that, like, how they set up the worlds, right? Like how you have to set up a world and have all your friends come to that world, and it has to be the world that everybody plays in order to play together. Otherwise, if I try to go to your world or you try to come to my world, you basically have to start over from zero, which is like crazy to me. So they would have to fix that, and then it would have to be like an expansion of the world, expansion of like the type of owls you're gonna find and collect and stuff like that, to make me want to get back into the game. Because you got to do just like how Pokemon does.
Yeah,
I would expect nothing less.
For me, I think it's the world in itself. Now, don't get me wrong. Going to Boogie's, I'm here I got the biggest, strongest little Pokemon monsters or what? Oh, pals. Let me get it right before they try to sue me. Pals. And I want to go to LBOOGIE's world, and I'm on a Uno. Come on.
Butt ass naked coming into the game.
Nothing. I don't think that's fair, because that means you got to invest. You got to stop investing your time on getting your weight up in your world to try to get my weight up in her world. I think that's just not the thing I want to do. Also, the world itself is the world is big. It has different regions and it looks great, but it's not enough. What I want to say, human interactions, towns, lively towns,
right? Yeah,
people, stuff like that.
Like you travel far, and then you'll get to like this little settlement, and it'll be like 3 people you can talk to, and then like everybody else is just standing around.
Yeah,
it's weird. Yeah.
So, but I'm happy. I want to see what the merchandise look like, because there was a couple of pals that I really like enjoyed playing with, and I want to see what their merchandise look like. Maybe I might cop some for the future. But if they fix those two, they fix those 2 things for me, then I'm good to go. Is there anything else do you want to talk about as far as this topic?
As far as Power, no, because like I feel like months ago they had said that they were supposed to be expanding the world, and nothing has happened. So it's like either y'all doing it or you're not.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Okay, so let's talk about, I guess, the meat and potatoes, I guess, because it wasn't that much meat. It wasn't that much meat this week. This week we Xbox has announced that they're switching some things around with their Game Pass subscription services. Some are getting removed. Some items are changing. Some items are getting a price hike, and it costs a little bit of a tussy because some people are like, okay, let me adjust the price within my budget and based on their particular pockets, and others are completely like getting upset and about this price hike. And I would love the chat's input as well, because it's also important to know your opinions on this as well. LBOOGIE, take the seat.
Yeah, I feel like we have been telling people like a price hike would be coming. Like even when the deal went through and they were like, they don't see one right now. Like I was telling people like, it's still coming, right? And I'm somebody who already pays for like Ultimate, right? Because I want to make sure that I have everything. And I feel like if you look at the graph or like the visual breakdown, it's not confusing. Like I was kind of pissed at like how the media was handling it too, because it's like they're telling people, oh, well, now they're making it more messy or harder to recommend. Like I really don't see how it's harder to recommend. There's literally like a graphic that shows each tier and what you get in each tier. So find the tier that works for you and your budget, and you're good. I don't know. Like I feel like how much is base Netflix now?
$16.99. No. I know. I got the one without ads. That's why I got the one without.
Yeah, but I feel like that's like necessary too. Like, why are you? So like even Netflix, right? So now they're like, oh, we'll give you a cheaper version, but we're gonna give you ads now, right? So yeah. And I don't know. I don't get the logic of this is different. It's not fucking different. It's not different.
You're paying for a service, right?
Right. You're paying for a portfolio is what you're doing. You're paying for access to a portfolio. And now we're giving you more in the portfolio. So we're going to require more money, which is typically how all of these services have worked. And it's not like games are the same prices as movies, right? So I've always thought that Game Pass has been an enormous, tremendous value because of how cheap it was. Because Fortnite's pass, right, which is for I think 1,000 coins a month and access to every battle pass, right? Is I think it's $14.99 by itself.
Yeah,
that's not even getting access to other libraries. That's just for Fortnite's battle pass and 1,000 coins a month. That's a lot of money. So this one now, it'll be $19 a month for Ultimate, and you'll get basically everything that we're getting in Ultimate, which is going to be, your access to PC Game Pass. You're going to have member deals. You're going to have the Game Pass catalog. You're going to have day and date editions. You're going to have discounts on games. You're going to still have Riot and EA Play and cloud gaming. Which cloud gaming was always a part of Ultimate only. Yeah. So I don't know.
A lot of counting as us and others, because we wasn't the only ones. Us and others knew it was coming and had time to prepare. That's the thing for me. If I know my rent is going up $200,000,
right,
in June of 2025, I should make sure I set myself up to make sure I know I'm gonna pay that extra too, right? Because that's what it is, right? I think it's the same thing with games. If you had an inkling in your mind that you knew that this was gonna be, and you knew the price hike was coming, you knew everything was high around you, and you got to give Xbox credit because they really delayed that. They could have did this earlier. But now they really got to really make the money back that they spent. So These are some of the things that they got to do. And people don't like that. I'm like, I want to give up. If you giving up Game Pass for an extra $5, when you had Ultimate, then you wasn't really, I mean, I don't want to pocket watch because I don't want to seem to be like rude or anything or insensitive, because I know people pockets ain't my pockets. And
right.
But I also know, for me, I learned if I really want something, I just gotta work to get it, even if it's a measly ass extra $5 a month for my Ultimate. You know what I mean? And I
even heard the argument that people were trying to say like PC Game Pass is getting more for less money, which I don't really agree to that.
Yeah,
because PC Game Pass is just for PC. Mm-hmm. Game Pass Ultimate gives me PC and console. Mm-hmm. So I don't see that correlation, because of course Game Pass Ultimate is going to be more if you're getting everything for everything for console and everything for PC.
Yeah.
Plus you get cloud gaming. PC Game Pass doesn't include cloud gaming.
I need that.
Which
cloud.
I don't think it never included cloud gaming. Game Pass Ultimate was always that space for that.
So, I got Ultimate. It's always going to be Ultimate. It's always going to be Ultimate. It don't matter what I got as far as the Xbox eco space. It's always going to be Ultimate, because I wanted to be able to get the most out of my preferred service. You know what I'm saying? And for
don't
people,
you feel like, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No.
But don't you feel like that this could have been avoided if people like actually read?
No, because I think it's a lot of fake rage. Because some people knew it was coming and they took it as a shock. And you know how it is. It ain't gaming ain't like it is. It ain't what it used to be. So people are more receptive to like loud, nonsense, knowing that this is what's, if it didn't happen this week, it was eventually gonna happen. So either you gonna fake rage this week or you gonna fake rage in the future. But it was already gonna happen. I knew in my mind, like a few months ago, like as soon as my stack was gone, as far as my service, I was like, okay, I was like, damn, my stack is gone now. So I was prepared to pay like 15 extra a month on my card just to play what I want to play where I want to play them. And that's my particular case. And if you feel like the extra $5 or the extra whatever is really detrimental to you and your pockets, then don't get it. I'm not advising you to get something that you can't afford to get, but don't get mad when you got to pay the extra knowing that you had to pay the extra. Because let me tell you, everybody's paying extra on everything. Okay? Everything you touch, you eat, you smell, you smoke, you drink, everything is expensive. So if you really want to really get upset about the thing, then get upset with everything. Not just because I didn't see this much outrage when it was PlayStation's
which are not even getting day and day.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At least with Xbox, I got more for my buck versus what I'm dealing with PlayStation. Now, mind you, they're gonna be dry for the foreseeable future. So before you come at me talking about, PS Plus Essentials Basic Premium is cheaper than Game Pass, but what y'all got right now? No. That's on there for me to play. So, let me see. I see people that it's not really that serious. It's not really that serious for me. Say what you will. Anything else you would like to add on to that?
No, I mean, like, you guys, I feel like most of our people who come to listen to us are like the type of people who are going to read and stuff like that, but like encourage folks to like read for themselves and to like, gather the information on their own. Because like when you look at some of the ways that the media will frame these announcements, it's like they already have your brain conditioned to think negatively about what they're going to show you, even if it's not bad news, right? Because I don't think that this is bad news, but the way that it was framed is if
yes, it was.
It is,
that was my problem. Also, I was like, what's the problem? I mean, when the gaming media frame it as bad, and then they paint Xbox as an evil corporation they know our pockets is our pockets tight. Why will they raise the subscription? But they not blinking an eye to the Netflix, to the Amazon Prime, to the Disney Plus, the HBO Max, the gas, the food, everything. You know what I'm saying? It's just selective outrage, and it's not do it for none or do it for everybody. You know what I mean? Shit, I got mad because Karamin tickets is $273 in Berkeley, but $98 in Hollywood. I'm upset. Okay, so I'm just like, oh, hold up. Sorry. I almost pressed the cancel button. My bad. So either you gonna be upset on everything in the gaming space that's not right, or just be quiet on everything. But you cannot be selective when they're all doing the same. So that's it on that. I do want to Tokyo Game Show. That's what I want to talk about. Let me see if I already had it up. Okay. So Sony Interactive will have the largest ever Tokyo Game Show. I'm kind of jealous.
Why?
Because I want to go to the Tokyo Game Show. Because I want to go. That's one show I would love to go to. But like I said, I never been to Japan. I always wanted to go to Japan, and it's one of my dreams. But they said, let me see how many. It'll take place in September. They'll have 731 exhibitors with 3,190 booths. It will be in the I'm gonna butcher this. Makuhari, Messi, in Mihamaku, Chiba City, and Chiba Prefecture. I think I said it right. They don't have any news that if Sony's gonna be there, which I think they should, even though whatever they got, they should be there. They only got 3 games coming out as far as Sony is coming through, like in the future, with Concord on the 23rd, Astrobot on the 23rd of August. Let me be correct on there. The 23rd of August, September the 6th, and that's Astrobot. And then God of War PC version, Ragnarok, is going to be on the 19th. So LBOOGIE, are you going to keep an eye on the Tokyo Game Show to see what they got? That's a lot of stuff.
I always look out, I guess. You know what I mean?
You'll look out?
I don't think that we're going to see anything crazy that we haven't seen before, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna this is the thing. I'm gonna look just to see what kind of variety they have as far as different genre of games in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Because Japan, when you think of Japan video games, you think of JRPGs or some cutesy, bubbly type of games. And I would like to see something different or outside the box of what they're known for as far as their gaming, Mm-hmm. So I might take a look at it, and I hope some of their titles come this way. But I will keep my eye on it. That's just a small little piece of info. Let me see. I'm sorry. I did the link on the last thing on the topics, but the Olympics esports game is going to start next year in Saudi Arabia. So esports will have a global scale, and I would love your input on that.
Well, the biggest thing to me was that it says it's going to be held in Saudi Arabia, which I think is like crazy. I mean, I understand that they are investing a lot in the gaming sector, but at the same time, like the reason why people had problems with the, what was it, the World Cup being there, right? Like y'all are trying to portray yourselves as like things you're not doing, which is like, wow. I mean, I don't know, that's what the US does too, right? I guess. But it's just like, I have a problem supporting the US and some of the things that they do, and then try to, portray themselves as, holier than thou. But I don't know. I have a problem with it being in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay. I get that vibe too. I got that vibe too. I love that esports finally getting a platform that everybody can see, and they have their countries represented with whatever game it is. But I'm not, educate me. Is they rules hella strict over there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I thought it was funny that like one of the programs is like being led by the princess, and she was talking about how how girls are gravitating toward it and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, but you guys have all those other issues with women there. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's like an oxymoron to me that you're trying to portray like, oh yeah, we're bringing in girls here, but you can't drive. You can't be your own person. I don't get it.
I think they should have for their first event. I think they should have went somewhere else, somewhere more like less restricted, I would say, because everybody that plays,
it's about money. It's about money. Like, they're throwing money at it, so that's why.
But they're also allowing only a certain demographic of people to be able to participate and enjoy in that, and I don't think it's fair. You know what I mean? And that goes for all fighting,
because it's supposed to be the Olympics, so like it's supposed to have everybody there. Yeah,
and everybody ain't gonna be everybody's not gonna be like everybody else. So if they better figure, the Olympics better figure that out, because I just, it's just like, damn. No disrespect to the people over there, but we know that it's not as the laws are not. Our laws are more relaxed than they are over there, and that, to me, that's just it's going to add a little bit of tension to what they're trying to do. All right, LBOOGIE, I got a question for you.
Okay.
What is the 3 games you have played so far? The best games you played so far. It don't have to be it don't have to be new. It don't have to be current. It is whatever you're enjoying this year this far.
Diablo and Elden Ring.
That's it?
That have been the best ones, the most satisfying ones, the ones that I've put in the most hours with. Mm-hmm. Because remember, Starfield came out last year. Mm-hmm. While I put in a lot of time, I still think I put in more time in Diablo and Elden Ring. Like, I look on Elden Ring and I have something like 140 hours on Elden Ring, which is like fucking crazy for me.
Oh yeah,
Diablo, I probably have I had something like 10, 11 days or some shit like that.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Right.
So that's it. Okay, well, chat, let me know what y'all have been playing these past couple of the past half year that you guys enjoyed. For me, it's going to be Helldivers 2.
Well, really quickly, I have to say, from back in the day, like, I'm in agreement. The issue that I have is that we still don't have a family plan. Why do we still not have a Game Pass family?
It just pops up in your head, huh?
Because I saw his comment just now. I wasn't looking at it before, so apologies. But yeah, I don't know it. Like, where they've been saying it since they announced Game Pass that they would be getting a family plan. They even had a trial for family plans. Like, where is it? Why don't we have it? Because you know what? I pay for Ultimate, right? But because there's no official Game Pass family plan, my daughter doesn't get to use Cloud. Like, if she tries to sign in for Cloud, it won't allow her to play Cloud. So I would basically have to purchase 2 Game Pass Ultimate memberships. Make a family plan.
Okay. Okay. also, if we're gonna find ways to like for them to improve on some, they need to improve their PC interface.
Oh my God, the game bar. I even saw Jez comment about it. Like the game bar has been atrocious.
Yeah. So it's like, please fix that, because we spent like 20 minutes trying to link up.
Right, and I know it's because I'm offline, and for some reason, when one of us is offline, it's like it doesn't find us properly, in whatever backend system that they're using to do that. Mm-hmm. Like we cannot communicate, as if there's some flag somewhere that's saying because I'm offline, we shouldn't be talking, which don't have that feature, or tell people you're not going to be able to use that feature if you're offline. Like prevent someone from being offline and joining a party if that's what you're going to do.
All right. Back to the 3 best games. I'm gonna say Helldivers 2. The little bit of time I played with that game, I felt like I was a space soldier trying to fight for democracy. You know what I'm saying? It was great. I'm also gonna say Elden Ring, because by God, it's that pure uncut. It's so good, and even better with friends. It's so challenging. It's a great introduction to Soulsborne like games. I see why people love these type of games so much, and I'm enjoying it. And I'm trying to see what else. I would say Hellblade for the visuals. For the visuals. Yeah. I think Hellblade was one of the most gorgeous looking games I played. I think that's it for me. I like Topaz Girl says she's enjoyed Hellblade too, and Dragon Inshin. Oh, when I said gameplay wise, I mean visually it's Hellblade, but like story wise, I would say Dragon's Dogma, because even though you're playing by yourself, you got a crew with you, you got a pawn, and their cities are vibrant, their cities are lively, and that's what I love about open RPG games. If you got me a good story and you give me a lively city, you got me. So, all right, let's talk about tidbits. I think that was all the topics. Let me double check, y'all, because you know me.
No, I think that was it.
That's it? Okay, cool. All right. Amazon Prime is next week. That's my tidbit.
Yeah.
And I know some people, there's like a few people that don't fuck with Amazon. Okay, I can respect that. It's my time to shine next week. I got a budget. I wanted they said it's notorious that with Prime Week that you go over your budget. I'm like, okay, I have a budget. I have some things. I'm thinking about that. Let me see. House of Dragons, man.
Yeah. Episode 2 already, like, with I already knew it after the episode. Huh?
You said 2 or 4?
We're only on 2. Like 3 is this week, right?
No, ma'am. We on episode 4.
Already?
Yeah, the last episode was 4. I know it is. Hold up, y'all. I might be wrong, but I don't think so.
Now I gotta look.
Go ahead. Let me know what it is. I got you. Arcade, you ain't lying. I'm looking for PC parts too. I hope I get my first.
This is them telling me right now. Price increase for Max.
What'd that say?
Accept it. It's going to go from 15 to 16 per month.
Oh, really?
For Max ad free, starting August 2nd. Yeah.
Excuse me.
No. It was only episode 2 last week.
You sure about that?
Girl, I'm telling you, I'm looking right now.
RK said we on 4, 5 tomorrow. It's been great.
Let me see.
Look, I love my PC, but I know there's some things that I need to upgrade. I'm definitely...
No, we are on episode 4, the Red Dragon and the Gold. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I already knew that they were like coming with some red wedding type shit. Like, you know it's coming.
Why she had to go, man? It was that
she
day
was ready.
Was sad.
You could tell she was ready to go.
Yeah, because everything was like not going her way at all. So she was like low key fucking, and let me just go right off, go out in style,
right?
You know.
Yeah, her husband wasn't listening. She's like, "Yo, you got to get it together." He's like, She's like, "Look, y'all better figure it out." Now they got to figure it out without her. And she was like the main one with wisdom in her cabinet. I really don't like the rest of them folks.
Yeah, because the rest of them folks is yes people.
Right.
Is yes people.
And you can tell they don't really like. I feel for sure that they don't really have faith in her because she's a woman.
Okay.
And the shit with Damon, like Damon need to get off. Like, come on, dude. Figure it out.
He on some. I want to research myself in some shit, right. And you know there's a war going down, and you over here posting up, talking to that chick, drinking.
And you see how people was like, "Yo, can he get out of Luigi's mansion?" Because like, my guy, like, what is going on with you? And he has played this character, and he played the king in The Crown, and they were like, "Yo, this man really can't stand when his woman is better than him." Like.
It is
because those are the people you play. Like, yeah.
So I can't wait for tomorrow for that one. All right. Any other tidbits you have?
The Boys is still going on.
Yo, I don't know about it. I don't know about The Boys. I watched like a few episodes and I just stopped for some reason. Maybe because I was doing something else.
I mean, it's all right, but it just seems like a lot of like development going on. Not a lot has happened, you know what I mean? And then I've been watching The Acolyte, which that is another where it's like it's a lot of building because I feel like it's something that's going to end up mattering somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like we're going to have another movie or another thing, and you will have needed to know this information. And then what else? I've been really just reading books, honestly. I haven't even had a lot on.
Oh, okay. That's fine. You know, ain't nothing wrong with reading books. I like books. Books are cool. And nobody, if somebody tell you otherwise, they're not cool. If they say books not cool, then they ain't cool.
Yeah, like if somebody tell me like I don't ever read.
Yes. Someone would say, I'll be like, oh, I'm reading this particular book, and I'm like, they're like, you read like in your spare time? I'm like, yeah, even if it's just a little bit.
Like yesterday, it was like rainy all day, and work was like easy, and we're on summer days, so like as soon as 1 o'clock came, I was like, I'm about to go sit on the couch with my coffee, let the rain hit the window, and listen to my audiobook.
Girl, you get the good. That's the best naps.
Yeah, it's the best thing. Like, ooh.
The best naps is when it's raining and that rain is hitting that window. Like,
you know, I don't even take naps. And I took a nap yesterday.
I'm so happy that you took one. All right. Let me see.
Are we gonna go into the shooting the shit?
Shooting the shit. Yeah. Abacab, I'm glad you asked that question. Let me pop this up here on shooting the shit today. This was one of my topics. Let's talk about it. Did you hear the death of Slim Shady? If so, what do you think of it?
So I wasn't even feeling the Houdini song. I don't know. Like I felt like it was not him in his prime, which I know you're not going to be at your prime, but at the same time, if you're coming back, I feel like you got to come back with some hotness. And even with like Justin Timberlake, with him coming back, I'm like, you're not even coming back with no hotness. Like, you just coming back for what, the money grab? Because like, he running out of money now. Like, what's happening? I feel the same thing with Slim Shady. Like, you this is a shell of you.
Yeah. It's enough for me, dog. I'm gonna tell you right now. People saying that it's the greatest of all time. I mean, it's the greatest of all time. I extremely disagree with that statement you guys are saying online. What I will say about Eminem, I guess I like old shit, because the old Eminem was way much better. Yes, he was high. Yes, he was deranged. Yes, he was going through some things, but I think people that go through the worst pain make the best music.
Yeah. I mean, people would say that, like, it was funny too, because I was talking to my neighbor the other day.
Yeah.
And she didn't realize that Mary J. Blige was like getting her ass whooped. Like,
she didn't know about Casey and JoJo?
She didn't know.
She didn't know.
I was like, no, do white people not know?
No.
That she was getting her ass whooped? So,
yeah.
Look, if you didn't know, when Mary J. was in her feels, she was being abused. And that's not to say like we need you to be abused to make good music, but at the same time, if you're not going through some shit, you're not gonna make as good music. Just even Adele, her music isn't as good now that she's not going through shit.
I think that's always been the case, I guess.
Right.
We don't want your will on nobody to make good music, but we just recognize that when you go through a heartbreak.
Right.
I'll give you an example. Like, one time I went through a heartbreak that it hurt me to the core, but you know what? I wrote the best bars ever. I just wrote them down and I just tossed the book to the side and just left it alone, because it's a great way to like get your shit out there. Okay, back on the Eminem question. I wanted to show this book, you guys. This is the yearbook in hip hop. It has every hip hop person since hip hop started. There are a lot of contenders in this book that could qualify for the greatest of all time. For someone, I don't trust your music judgment if you're gonna sit here and tell me that Eminem is the greatest of all time. There's a lot of people that can go under that belt. I'm not giving it to Eminem. I think that his album, the rhymes didn't mix with the production, and the production really hurt that album. Mm-hmm. I know old Eminem was rapping like the rent was due. This new album is like the rent was already paid and he was bored and he had nothing to do, so he made this album. So if you enjoy it, go ahead. It ain't gonna be on my library. That album ain't gonna be on my library at all. So also, let me see what else I got on shooting the shit. The Not Like Us video came out.
Yeah. Now I was feeling that, right?
Feeling that.
Yeah, because it's like it was so LA.
Yeah. I bet you bust a thug tear.
Yeah, I bet you I was in the bathroom doing all my little signs and shit, like all right, like yes. You had to
get it out of you, huh?
Hell yes. It was like an anthem, yo. Like I pledge allegiance to Los Angeles.
I love the snippet. In the beginning.
Yeah.
Of the Not Like Us video. That was like the highlight for me, because I don't know what it was, but it was so good. It was so good. So good. And I hope that snippet, I hope he don't give out that snippet soon. I hope that snippet is like on the new album that's coming out. Because he has to, there's no way that you do all this and not come out with an album. So I hope that snippet is what it is. I
mean, even if he didn't come out with an album, it would be like, damn, you really just came out to like body this man.
Yeah. But that snippet was like, something else, what else he got in his bag type of shit. So I'm really...
Did you hear that Drake apparently is sampling Man in the Mirror for a possible comeback to Not Like Us, which but like the count has already happened, right? Like the ref has come in and he's like 1, 2,
nah. I don't
3.
think so.
Like you're out, my man. Like that's it. And for you to do man in the mirror too, like it would just be so cringe. I kind of hope he does do it.
You just want to see it. You just want to see it.
It'd be like the nail in the coffin. Like, all right, my guy, you're done.
Oh, okay. Did you watch the BET Awards?
I watched some of it. Like, I thought it was funny that what's his name got mad?
Keith Lee
or whatever.
His wife.
I don't know if it was his wife or they said it was like he was mad because I guess Taraji like mistaked him for somebody else. But at the same time, like what she said is right. Like they're trained leading up that someone's supposed to be at their mark. Like she's supposed to go to her mark and say X, Y, and Z. She's not like really looking at the crowd to find the person. She's going to her place in the carpet to say her line. You know? Yeah. I don't know. You almost wanted to be like, tell me you're not a part of show business. But like without telling me you're not a part of show business.
When it comes to like award shows,
I
like the fashion. I always like looking at the fashion.
Oh yeah.
And for the like BET Awards, it gave what it was supposed to give, I think.
Right.
For what it was.
Did you see what's name though? He was dressed in like his regular ass fucking clothes.
Who?
The one that looks like Redman, the guy who does those videos about like how somebody does their biscuits and stuff.
No, I didn't.
You know, what is his name? I can't remember his name right now.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. But I'm a fashion girly, so I'm with it. All right. I also want to talk about what's been popping like. We talking about this show and I'm actually saying popping. Okay. So there's a show on the internet that's called Pop the Balloon, and it's making its rounds. And I called it the worst internet dating show ever.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen it? Oh, Pragmatic Eagle said M-Style reminds me of Redman, but everybody can't be Redman though. Redman, I think Redman got better voice.
I don't think so. Just because, like, I don't know. Well, I still love Redman. So
yeah, and he still got the box of ones. And he still got the box of ones.
I think that's why I can't compare them, because I feel like Redman would still be on top for me.
Yeah, all day. And he kept it humble. So, yeah. So this is not like a thought-provoking piece. I just want to just say about that Pop the Balloon thing. It is like I said, it's the worst dating show ever. I think that show is worse than like using an actual dating app. I feel like your rejection should not be documented on a regular basis for our amusement. And it's very insensitive for the people that got rejected too. And to be quite frank, none of the people on the show, man or woman, is attractive enough to me. That's my TED Talk. That's it.
But you remember back in the day when we had like MTV and shit like that, and they had that one show with
Eliminate.
Like Eliminate and shit like that. I feel like that's like the same shit though. Like this is like the new version of that. And
Eliminate was different because Eliminate was like you had like maybe 15 minutes and y'all did a small activity and talked to the women or man to see, and then you decide who you want to, drop or not. In this case, it's based on like a few questions, and
sometimes they just walk out. They just walk out to pops.
Did you see? You the one that sent the no neck one, right?
Yeah.
No ass versus no neck.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? Like what you like. Don't let nobody, it's stuff out here in these streets. Let me see. Do you have anything as far as like shooting the shit? Anything you want to say, non-gaming wise?
No, I feel like we ran the gambit. We talked about everything today.
Yeah, we did. All right, that's cool, then. Well, you know what that time is? It ain't food o'clock because I ate breakfast this morning.
Okay, look at you.
Look at me. It's time to go, y'all. Let's do these outros and let's have these people enjoy the rest of their weekend. Let's go with you, LBOOGIE.
All right, so LBOOGIE 0208. Y'all can catch me online, either on Xbox or on Twitter. I'm also on Threads. I need to post there more too. Twitter is not real. Y'all, like, if you feel like your blood pressure is like being raised every day, take a break from social media. It'll do you some good because, like, people are literally out there to provoke you, to have you in a state of alarm at all times, alarm and, anger. So, yeah, be mindful of that, right? Mm-hmm. Half the time, I think y'all, we probably talking to people that's not even real, So,
but right now, people in the chat real because they always coming through.
Yeah, these are people, right? Which we love y'all, and we got some big news coming. So yeah.
Oh, and we got some company coming. We got some company coming in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, I think next weekend, right? We're gonna have Longhouse coming.
Yeah.
Yep, next week. So be ready for that.
Okay, and for shout outs to CHAREECE. Hope you safe in Carnival Cruise Land. She's having her vacation. Shout outs to DELILAH. I hope you sitting back and relaxing, and make sure you follow them on their respective media platforms. Make sure you check out the merch shop. Make sure you check out the Patreon. Look, man, shout out to the people in the Patreon. Without y'all, I don't know. We love y'all. You just don't know how much we love our Patreon folks. This is me, Lady Infamous 415. I don't know. I don't feel like streaming shit. I need to get ready for this Elden Ring Super Boss that I'm about to do. We will do something on Sunday. I might do a vlog if I feel like it. I probably might not, but when I feel like it. Follow me everywhere, Lady Infamous 415, everywhere. Thank you so much for coming through. Like CHAREECE says, wash your hands, wash your ass. And you guys have a lovely weekend. Thank you so much.